everybody, my name is Stephen Gloss and I'm the founder and president of MS Mastery. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to watch this video. I know there's a million other things you could be doing right now, but for some reason, you find yourself here watching this video, listening to me. Now wait, before you take off, run away, get distracted by those millions of other things vying for your attention, I have just one question to ask of you today. If you had the power to change one thing in your life, right here, right now, what would that be? Perhaps it's having a different job, doing something you're really passionate about. Perhaps it's about making more money, having a higher income so you can finally chase those dreams you've had to put on the back burner. Maybe it's about better relationships, having a stronger marriage or a greater unified bond with a significant other, closer relationships with maybe family members or friends. Maybe it's about more authenticity in those relationships or being able to be a better communicator. Maybe it boils down to health, about getting healthy, getting fit, maybe losing some weight, putting on some muscle, gaining strength and speed. Or maybe it's about energy, having more energy in your day to do all the things you want to do. Maybe it's a greater sense of having more vibrancy, zeal, passion, and aliveness in life. Or maybe it's a balanced approach to health that includes improvements mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, having a closer connection with God and a greater sense of being and a purpose in life. What if I told you that you already possess the resource and power to change that one thing? And I'll go a step further, to change all of those things. Let me say that again in case you missed it. What if I told you you already possess the power and resource to change and improve in all areas of life? And it starts with something you've had since the day you were born. It resides right in here, in the recess of your skull. And I'm not just talking about the pound of flesh, the organism that we refer to as the brain, but it's about what the brain has the power to do and to control your attitude and your mindset. You might say, okay, Stephen, doesn't take a genius to deduce that maybe if I have a better outlook on life, I might get better results. We've all heard something along those lines before. Fair enough. But if it really was that easy, if it really was that simple, then why do we all get stuck? Why do we all get trapped in this vicious cycle of attrition where we constantly strive and push and try to chase those ambitions only to find ourselves right where we started? It all begins with what's happening in here. The negative dialogue, those negative self-limiting beliefs that can manifest in ways that sound a little bit like this. Hey, Stephen, you have no idea what I've been through. Hey, Stephen, you don't know what I contend with day in and day out. Hey, Stephen, you don't know what it's like to walk a day in my shoes. I'll concede to that. I have no idea what it's like to be you. But one thing I am certain of is this. And if I'm wrong on this, take it as your cue to walk out of the room, get distracted, go do something else, and ignore every word I've said. But at some point in this life, and I'm guessing it's probably already happened, but if it hasn't, at some point in this life, you will be confronted with some sort of trial, challenge, adversity, perhaps even a tragedy that will threaten the very integrity of your motivation, optimism, resilience, and mindset. For me, this moment culminated in a profound way in 2018 when, sitting before a doctor, I heard two letters that would change my life forever. MS, multiple sclerosis, a chronic autoimmune disorder in which my body was essentially declaring mutiny against itself, in which my immune system was attacking the myelin sheath that enshrouds the neurological pathways that exist within my brain and my spinal cord. And so wherever there is degradation, there too exists loss of function. A prognosis that predicted that I would be permanently wheelchair bound, losing my vision, and needing assistance to do simple things like eat and use the bathroom. In that moment, I had a choice to make. I could either choose the path of least resistance, the path of surrender, waving the white flag, seeing this newfound reality as basically a hopeless situation in which any efforts of recovery would prove futile, useless. Or I could see this scenario as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. An opportunity to grow, an opportunity to be awakened and introduced to a newer and better version of myself, a chance to rise from the ashes and to see what I was really made of. And so, like a soldier, like a warrior, ready to go to war, I looked my doctor square in the eyes and said, "Bring it on." Thanks to my commitment to faith, fitness, and nutrition, I've not only learned how to live with MS, but how to absolutely thrive with this disease. I'm not stuck in a wheelchair. I'm not even just walking. I'm doing incredible things like Ironman triathlons, being a personal trainer and a group fitness instructor. But beyond all that, beyond all the physical things, beyond the outside reflection of my recovery, so that even if one day I succumb physically to this disease, even if I find myself in a wheelchair, blind, not able to use the bathroom by myself, even if all those things come true, I have one thing that keeps me grounded and propelling forward. And it's the superpower that I have, that you have, that exists right here. The superpower of the brain, neuroplasticity. You see, the brain has this incredible capability to adapt and to change, to create and develop new neurological pathways so that it can relearn old functions and learn brand new ones. So that regardless of what has happened to you or where you're at in life, you can change, you can grow, and you can get better at whatever you put your mind to. So that with enough time, consistency, and dedication, you can harness the incredible power of the brain to achieve life-changing results. Now, you may not be dealing with a chronic illness like multiple sclerosis, but as I emphasized earlier, we all in this life face our own trials, our own struggles, our own adversity. We will all be knocked down in life, but at the same time, we all get to make that choice. That choice as to whether we'll lie low and surrender or stand up, take a stand and fight. Fight for that best version of you, of ourselves. It's the motto that I live by. Embrace the day. To embrace is to welcome with open arms. To embrace the day is to embrace the good and embrace the bad, and especially the bad. For it's the bad things in life that have the most to teach us about ourselves and give us the greatest opportunity to grow. So with all of that said, consider this your opportunity. Consider this your invitation to grow, your invitation to make a choice, to take a stand, to hear and heed that calling of greatness. If you're still watching this video, then you already know. You don't just believe, you already know that deep down in here, that deep down inside, you were made for more. You were made for greatness. You were made to rise. So what are you waiting for? What's holding you back? If you're truly ready to fight for yourself, to fight for that best version of you, then I implore you, click the button below. Schedule a 30-minute free exploratory call with me. And together, we're gonna scout and survey the surrounding area. We're gonna identify all of the obstacles and determine the best strategy, the best pathway forward, and cast a vision for that best, ultimate version of you. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to speak with you. I can't wait to hear your story. And I can't wait to see you shine along the way. As it's written on my wall, embrace the day. And I'll talk to you soon. See ya.